Now, if you're interested in taking your coloring book business to the next level, I'm going to show you the best all-in-one tool that will allow you to go from idea all the way to creating and uploading your book to Amazon KDP. So check out this full video. One of the things I love about this software is that it's actually specifically made for KDP purposes, and it covers everything from idea creation all the way to uploading. So it can support you with every single part of the process. And I've even been speaking with the head of business development, and she's been lovely to speak with. And she confirmed with me that the book creator maintains full ownership of the copyright, which means you will own what you make with the Book Bolt software. So in light of the Canva situation, you know that you can use anything in Book Bolt with complete confidence. So this video will cover research, and that's all going to be done within Book Bolt. Then you've got the coloring book creation, which is going to be using Midjourney. The cover and interior will also be created within Book Bolt, and then we'll upload our book to Amazon, again using the support of Book Bolt. So let's start with the first step of the process, which is research using Book Bolt. Now you've got a lot of tutorials within Book Bolt to help you with many of its features. So if there's any part that you don't completely understand within this video, then you can just watch the tutorial. And what's amazing is they also have weekly calls, so they can support you with any process within Book Bolt as well. And what's amazing with this software is it's not just research, but you can create books within it as well, but I'll take you through that a little bit after. So I'm going to take you through my process of how I start doing research, and I like to go to the cloud feature. And what this is going to do is allow us to filter specific data on Amazon so we can find the exact kind of books we're looking for. The first option it gives you is to search by bestseller. I always like to use the top 100 as I want to see the books that are doing and selling the best. Then you've got category, and this video specifically covers coloring books, but it does have a wide range of low and mid content categories that you can choose from. Then the BSR range, I usually leave that as it is. And the price range, I usually like to take that down to $0 to $10, as that's what most people are usually willing to pay for a coloring book. Then if you want to add some keywords to make the search even more specific, you can. If you're a beginner, I would leave this blank. However, if you know the niche really well, then you can add specific keyword, like let's say for adults, or a specific style such as Gothic. Then just click the search button, and it's going to give us all the options below. But we can take a look at the results data first, and that's just going to provide us with a summary of all the information from the books. Make sure you take a note of the price of the books, just so that you know how to price your book correctly. So in this instance, an average price would be $6.90. Then it also provides us with a keyword count on the right hand side. So that's just showing you how many specific keywords come up so you can get ideas. Now let's take a look through the books, and you're provided with the title. You've got the author name. It's only showing us independently published books, which is great. And then the amount of reviews it has, and the publication date, the price, BSR, the estimated monthly sales, and the average BSR for the past 30 days, which is a super important feature, as you can see that how well that book has actually been selling consistently over a 30-day period, which allows you to make a much better judgment when doing your research. One of the most important things you can do during the research process is focusing on books that have sold well in the past 3 to 6 months. And I would say the more recent the better, as it shows a lot of demand for a book. And if we take a look at this next book, we can see that the publication date was March 12th, so quite recent, and it has 21 reviews already with a fantastic BSR of 540, which is showing you there's a lot of demand for the book. And as the book has been recently released, you've got a lot more chance to compete with the book. And if we click on the option here, it actually provides us with the price data and BSR history as well. So we can see that they actually increased the price of the book to $8.99, and it still continued to sell quite well. So you can see how it's done over time and how well the BSR is doing at the moment. If you do find a book that seems interesting, I'll definitely save it as a favorite, just so that you can come back to it quite easily. You can actually click on the title of the book and take a look through it on Amazon, check the reviews as well, and just see if there's anything mentioned there that you can actually do to improve the book and make your book stand out. So take your time and make sure you have a look through the cloud tool in order to find the books that interest you. You might find something that catches your eye. This book looks interesting, and you just keep scrolling and have a look through. This book has caught my eye. It's been released in February 15th, 2023. It's got a good amount of reviews and it's doing really well. So the next thing you can do is to take a note of some of the main keywords. In this instance, it's going to be patterns. And then we can go over to the product section in order to validate a keyword. Then using the products tool, I like to type in the main keyword, which is patterns, and then choose the category, which we know is coloring books. Then once you click the search button, you're going to be provided with results data and keyword count. So some of these keywords you can use in the back-end keywords as well. We can take a look through the books. And if you notice a couple of books that have been recently released that are doing really well, so they've got a good BSR, which we can see in this instance, then I would say it's definitely a niche that you should be creating coloring books for. Again, to the right hand side, we've got relevant keywords, which is going to be super useful when we start uploading our book to Amazon. Now, these are two fantastic tools that are going to save you so much time during the research process, so make sure you make the most of them. So to start creating our coloring book pages, what we want to do is take a look on the inside of one of the books to see what the interior is like. So we can just click on the title. Then when we go to Amazon, take a look at the look inside feature and just scroll through the pages so we get an idea and we can see the mandala coloring pages and the back cover. Then the tool that we're going to use to create these coloring pages is Midjourney, and make sure that you're on a paid monthly subscription plan in order to have commercial license. So they've got a $10 plan, a $30 plan and a $60 plan, all with different benefits that you can choose from. On the paid plan, you get access to your own private bot, and you're going to have to type in a prompt in order to start creating the images. So you can see with this prompt, I've typed in simple coloring page, patterns, mandala, then aspect ratio 2:3 in order to get these mandala designs. Then I've upscaled them in order to get a better resolution, and then I've also re-rolled in order to get more coloring pages. Then you can just upscale the images that you like, so you can take a look through these ones and then follow the exact same process to create even more coloring pages. Then to create the book cover, the prompt that I actually went for was mandala patterns with bright colors, and then coloring book cover with the aspect ratio you can see there. And it does provide you with coloring book covers with text that you can simply cover with an element and add your own text, but I didn't like those, so I just changed the prompt and took out coloring book, and then I found this one that I liked and just upscaled it. Then to start downloading these pages, all you need to do is click the web button, then you'll be taken to this page, and then choose the download button in the corner. Finally, you've got two options now to improve the image quality so the images are good enough for Amazon. The first is Big JPG, and this is the tool that I've been using and recommending in order to upscale. There is a cost to this, however, it is quite affordable. For example, for a 12-month period, you only actually have to pay $22, and then each month you're able to upscale 2,000 images. And there is a free version, however, this only allows you to do 20 pictures per month. If you pay for it to use, the great thing is you can batch upload loads of coloring images, and you just click start and then make sure you upscale it. I would say 4 times is good enough, and then you can just click enlarge all images below. You can download them all once this is completed. The second option you have is actually free, and it involves turning your images into vectors so they don't lose any quality when you zoom in and out, and you'll also be able to edit the images as well. So that's just another option for you to consider. So to start creating the cover and interior within Book Bolt, all you need to do is go to the left hand corner where it says research, and you've got the option to create. Then we're going to go to the Book Bolt Studio, so you just click on that. And what's great about Book Bolt is they provide you with several options, so you can create the paperback cover and interior together. You can also create a hardcover as well, and they've got custom options also. Then you just want to put in your project name. In this instance, we know we're doing a pattern coloring book. For the trim size, I usually go with 8.5 times 11, and then the interior is always black and white interior with white paper. Then I choose the option of no bleed, as in this case nothing will be going to the edges as we're going to have a border. Now the minimum page count for any book you create on Amazon KDP is 24 pages, so that's what I mean when I say Book Bolt is specifically made for KDP, as they know this, and that is the minimum pages you can make. So in this instance we're going to be using 20 coloring pages, and we always make these single-sided, so we leave the next page blank. So it's going to be 40 in total, and then we're also going to have a title page, so we just make sure that it's 42, and then you can just click create project. First thing you're going to see is the cover page with all the dimensions and specific information that you need to ensure your cover dimensions are correct. We're going to leave the next page, page 1, as that's going to be our title page, and then the page after that blank. So then we're going to start the coloring pages from the third page, and all we need to do is click this icon here, and that's going to allow us to upload all our images, which I've already done. You just click upload image, and then it takes a little bit of time. And once they are all uploaded, what you're going to want to do first is create the border for your coloring pages. And to do this, we're going to be starting on page 3, as I mentioned. Then we can find the elements as the second icon. So we can just click that and actually use a rectangle. So we just click on the rectangle, then we can size it up to the area inside the green lines as we've gone for the no bleed option. Then at the top, you can change the color of the rectangle to white. And then on the right hand side of the color box, we've got the option to edit the border. So we just make sure that we choose it as black. And then for the stroke, I usually leave the number as 17 and then go down to the bottom and click OK. For the next step, we want to ensure now that this border is added to the rest of our coloring pages. So all we need to do is go and right click on page 3, and this is going to give us the option to clone this page. Then, as I mentioned, we leave one page blank. So then we want to go through the rest of the pages and make sure that all of them have the border. And once we've done that, then we can start to add our coloring pages. So make sure you go to the file library and add one image at a time. So all you really need to do is double click on the image and then adjust it and make sure that everything is aligned correctly. You can also use the crop tool if there's any area that you'd like to get rid of to ensure that everything fits into the area. And once you're happy with this coloring page, and just follow the exact same process for the other coloring pages that you have. Now, once all your coloring pages are done, what you can do is work on the cover. So to start this off, what you can do is go to the file library and upload the front cover image that you would like to use. Then take the time to align everything properly and make sure that it reaches all the way to the edges. And once you're happy with your placement, you can look through Amazon in order to find some cover designs. In this instance, I'm just going to create a quick design example for you. So we're going to go to the rectangle element again, then just add a rectangle to the top and align it correctly. And this is going to allow me to put my title and subtitle within this area. Then what I'm going to do is just duplicate that rectangle and make it a little bit smaller, and then just add an area where I can put the brand name. Then I'm just going to duplicate the same rectangle again and use that for the back cover. Then I thought to bring the mandala image down a little bit lower just so that it looks a bit better. Then we can finally add the text, and this is the option above the file library. So you can go with the heading as the title, and we're going to want to change the color of that as the background is black. So we can just change that to white. Next, we can use the regular multi-line text for the subtitle. And again, we change that to white and then just align that with the heading and just make sure that they're both in the middle. And Book Bolt helps you with that by providing a green line to show when something's in the center. Use the text align option along the top to ensure the text is in the center, and then make sure that everything is aligned correctly. Next, we can go back to Book Bolt in order to figure out our title and subtitle. And a lot of these pattern books have a descriptive word before them. So I'm just going to go with amazing patterns. And with most of these books, they are targeted towards adults. So the subtitle will just be an adult coloring book. I prefer to capitalize my letters as it just makes the title and subtitle stand out a lot more. And make sure that everything is aligned to the center. You can add color to your title or subtitle just to make it stand out a little bit more. And you can use the pipette tool in order to find a matching color, and that just makes it pop a little bit more. Then you can just duplicate the subtitle and fill in the lower black rectangle with your brand name if you want to. And then what we can do is now actually start on our title page. And all we're going to do is right click and lock the mandala image background, then highlight over the text and copy and paste it onto the title page. Once everything is on the title page, and you can align everything to the center and get rid of anything in the background, and then just make sure that you change the font colors to black to ensure that everything can be seen on the page properly. I chose to add one of the coloring pages to the middle just to make this page look a little bit more interesting, and I was pleased with how it turned out. So now the only thing actually left to do was the back cover, and what I needed to do is take a few of the images in the coloring book with the border. So all you need to do is go to File and then export as a PNG. Then we can go to the file library and upload our coloring page images to the back cover, and just make sure that you align everything properly so that it looks good. Then what we can do once you are happy with everything is just add some text underneath, just indicating how many coloring pages there are or whatever information that you want to give. We also just want to quickly change the opacity of the background to ensure that we're not writing over anything important, such as the barcode. Once you're finally happy with everything, to download your cover and interior, you just need to go to download at the top and then click download current project CMYK printed books, as this is best for professional printing, and click download, and you'll be provided with a PDF copy of the cover and interior. So we're finally onto the last part of the video, uploading your book to Amazon KDP, and this is where Book Bolt sets itself apart. So go to your KDP account and then just go to create, and then go to create paperback. And now when you guys fill in all this information, it will be all blank, but to save time, I've started filling a few things in. So we already know that we chose the title Amazing Patterns. Now regarding the subtitle, you can use Book Bolts. And what this amazing tool will do is provide you with the relevant specific keywords for a chosen book. And all we need to do is to provide the ASIN, and we already know that we have this in the products tool, so we can just copy and paste this in, as we've already searched for our books previously, and just copy and paste that into the area, and then the book will show up. Now this usually does take a little bit of time to show all the keywords, and once it loads up, you can see it's provided with the keywords that this book is ranking for, the total item counts for the books under that keyword, and then finally the search volume. So you can filter the categories, and I've decided to filter the keywords by their ranking. This is showing us the best keywords that this book is ranking for. Now we want to find the keywords that have the least total items count but a really good search volume, which will give our books a much better chance of being seen. And looking through the listed keywords, the floral mandala coloring book for adults, relaxation, amazing patterns, has a much lower total items count and a good search volume. Now I didn't include amazing patterns as that is our title, then I just copied and pasted that into the subtitle. Don't be afraid to add more keywords here into the subtitle, but you definitely don't want to keyword stuff it as well, so there is a balance to it. Then we can add our author name into this section, and then we can start on the description. Try to make it as interesting as possible so you are selling the positives of the book, and includes a list of its features as well. But if you really are struggling with this, then you can use a tool such as ChatGPT to help you with the description. Then we know that using Book Bolt that we do own the copyright and necessary publishing rights, which is a great thing about this tool. Then we can go to keywords, and we can actually use the products tool for this, as it's provided us with the keyword count on the right hand side, and this provides you with the most used keywords in these best-selling books. So it's just a case of looking through each keyword and just making sure that is relevant to your book. Then you can include them in the 7 back-end keywords. So just make sure that you fill out these boxes. Don't include any keywords that you've already used in your title and subtitle. And this helps us know that we're using the best keywords to get in front of the right audience. Now for the next section is categories. Again, Book Bolt can even help us with that, and it actually has a KDP category section. This will take a lot of the hassle out of finding the right category. All you need to do is to type in the keyword and then it's going to show you the categories. So again, we can go to the product tool and we've already got a list of all the best used keywords. So then it's just a case of putting in a keyword and then searching for a category. Sometimes a category won't show up, but just keep trying different keywords until you find the right one. So coloring books are not classed as low content books, and it's not a large print book specifically either, so we don't need to tick that. Then we know that this book does not contain any language situations or images that are inappropriate, so we can go with no and then click save and continue. That will then take us to the second page where you'll be provided with a free ISBN. Then for the print options, I always choose black and white interior. Then we know it's 8.5 by 11, no bleed, and I always go with the glossy cover. You can upload your interior there and then upload your cover as the cover file. Then just click launch previewer. Once the print previewer finally loads up, you get to see on the left hand side if there are any errors or issues that come up. In this instance, there isn't anything. So we can check the interior pages and just see how they will look, and they look fine, and then keep on going through and that looks perfect. If you ever have any issue with anything being outside the gray border, you just need to go back into Book Bolt and make sure that it's in between those green lines. And if you're happy with everything, just click approve. Then what you can do is literally scroll down to the bottom. You can see the printing cost and then just click save and continue. Next, you'll be taken to the last page where you'll be able to choose the price of the book. And again, we can just go back to Book Bolt, the product tool, where it provides us with the lowest price, the highest price, and the average price of a coloring book with this keyword. Now, I usually go for $6.99. It's up to you, but obviously the lower you go, the more it's going to affect the royalty that you earn. Then I like to put a 99 at the end of each marketplace just to earn a little bit more. If you want to order an author copy much cheaper, then you can go and click request proof. And if you're happy with everything, then you just have to click on publish your paperback book. And it can take 24 to 36 hours to upload your book to Amazon. However, you'll get an email once it's done. Now, if you're interested in using the best all-in-one low content tool for your business, then I have an affiliate link in the description, and if you use the words Danny20, then it's going to provide you with 20% off the current per month price. So you can go with the $9.99 option. So with that, you do get the 3-day trial, so you can try this out for a few days. You get the keyword product research, a cover and interior designer, Amazon search volume, KDP spy, which I will show you in the next few videos, and 24/7 customer support as well. However, the $19.99 per month option does give you the added benefit of the puzzle creation software included, and this is super useful for creating activity books, which are among some of my best sellers, and I'll also be doing a video on that soon. So thanks for watching another video, and let me know if you've got any questions in the comment section.